Hello, I'm Michael from Michael's Natural Therapies, and we are talking about what we offer within Michael's Natural Therapies in Campbelltown and Kirrawee. I myself run the Kirrawee clinic, and Justin runs the Campbelltown clinic in Roos. I've been massaging for about 20 odd years, and I have also had a variety of studies. I've studied a Bachelor of Nursing and Chinese Medicine. I've also done Touch for Health, sports massage, Bowen technique, a little bit of kinesiology, ART, and a few other things, smaller courses. We have in Campbelltown, we have our float bath, which has 375 kilos of epsom salts, magnesium sulfate. It's only 26 centimeters deep, and the water's at 36 degrees, and the room temperature is 36 degrees. We also have a full spectrum infrared room with a far wavelength, a mid wavelength, and a near wavelength. So it gives you the ability to work on all different levels than just the far, which most infrared rooms are far only. We also, Justin specialises in the trigger point, and he has an interest and a background in biomedical science. So, he's a person to ask for a lot of information about, supplementation and how they work on the body. In the Kirrawee clinic, I do the trigger point, and also we do sound therapy using Tibetan bowls and gongs and some crystals, depending on how open you are to it. We also have the Inbody 770, which does go to Campbelltown once a month, and that's a body composition analyzer, and that is probably one of the best on the market at the moment. It measures muscle mass, gives you bone mineral content, it gives you visceral fat as a graph, which most body composition analyzers only give you a number between 1 and 9. It gives you an Inbody score, which all the Inbody machines do. It gives you a segmentation between your arms and legs. It gives you ECWs. It gives you a lot more than what I'm just telling you now, but they're the things we look at. And one of the main things I find with the 770 compared to any other Inbody and other machines available is this gives you phase angle. And phase angle is really quite important because it measures the cytoplasm, or the fluid that goes through the cell, and the thickness of the cell wall, the membrane. So we can really indicate that it is how well the cell is going from a cellular structure, hydration, because some people can drink lots of water and actually don't hydrate their cells very well. And this is measured at 50 megahertz. It does it all 6 frequencies, which our machine does, and it's portable. So if you are a gym or some place that has enough people, where we are able to come to you because it's portable. So we focus on the trigger point. So trigger point uses very little effort with a lot of mechanical leverage. So we put the arm into a different position to find the opening of the muscle, and then we work on that through finger pressure or maybe a little bit of knuckles to help break that down. So our pressure is not hard at all. We have a philosophy of being efficiency and not about power. But it doesn't mean that the client won't go through discomfort or pain, because we're not using power, but we are breaking down that lactic, say, through here. We also use Chinese cupping, part of the Chinese medicine modality, and we do some bloodletting with that and just general cupping, and we do some scraping as well with that using the cups, or we use a scraper to help facilitate stagnation, which is really important to remove that dirty blood from the body. We do some acupuncture as well to help just facilitate, more as an adjunct to allow the body to recover, especially after the session is quite intense. And like I said before, our Inbody 770 is really quite important for body. If you're active and you want to know how you're sitting, how much muscle mass you have, in that scan, we give you an email copy and a digital copy of the booklet that explains, and we go through it with you as well. And the singing bowls is really quite is an energetic kind of modality, but really quite relaxing when people are used to it after an intense session. Sometimes when they're open to that, we'll get there and start using that to help them recover. So our philosophy at Michael's Natural Therapies is really about getting what the work is to be done. So breaking down, freeing up the joint, freeing up the muscle, increasing vascular and fascial release. But also, it's also about making the client relax. So when the client is relaxed, the body is able to respond much better than it would if it was just being intensely bombarded by power. And the typical therapist can use a lot of forearm and elbow, and I find that's very inefficient, and it burns out the therapist over a very quick period of time. So, if you like to know more, we put a podcast or a blog quite regularly. Please subscribe to our page, Michael's Natural Therapies page, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.